Sometimes we think that in order to create more space, that we need a bigger house. And don't get me wrong, that is true, but a couple of things that were lacking in our new house is that it didn't have a guest bedroom and it didn't have a movie room, which were two of the things that I really wanted. So in today's video, I'm going to turn the space that we do have, which is our playroom, into a multifunctional space, which will include a movie room, playroom, and a guest room. So let's take the space that we do have and get creative to make more space. So let's go ahead and start from the beginning. We had just moved in and this was intentionally going to just be a big playroom. We moved in about 2 months ago and my whole thought process was that we were going to keep toys in here and not put toys in the kids' bedrooms. That way there wouldn't be messes everywhere. It would just be one contained mess. This room is literally right off the kitchen. So it's kind of off the kitchen living room area. So it is in the main space and there are glass doors to where you can see through in here. Now, I also like things to look pretty. I like the aesthetics of things. I don't like toys scattered all over, but I also like function. So sometimes I struggle with trying to marry function and aesthetics to where it looks like a Pinterest picture, but it's also functional with toys and stuff all over the place. So I did really struggle in the beginning with what to do with this room. Also, we have this beautiful bay of windows, so I didn't want to block it with toys and stuff. I wanted that space to kind of be open. So for right now, I'm just going to clean up. I'm going to rearrange a few things and unpack a couple of things and then see where we land.
I feel the warmth of your skin. I feel the touch of your hand. Love you with all of my heart. Makes me tremble within. Love the smell of your hair. I'm here in my bed. Without your love, I am out of place. And without you, I am just a trace. I wanna be with you always. 'Cause that is what my heart says. I wanna be with you always. 'Cause that is what my heart says. I wanna be with you always, always. 'Cause that is what my heart says. Sparkle in your, I wanna be with you always, always. 'Cause that is what my heart says. I'm in a better place.
If this is your first time coming to my channel, then welcome. I am super glad to have you. And always a big thank you to those who continue to support and are here every week for some motivation and inspiration. But because we get new viewers every week, for those of you who don't know, my name is Michelle. I am a mom of 3 kids, 2 girls and a boy that are 6 and under. We just moved into this house in June of this year, and if you haven't been caught up on our latest videos from moving in, then I do have a marathon video I'll post down below so that you can get caught up. I will be doing some more room makeovers in the next few videos or in some upcoming videos, so if you're not subscribed and you want to catch those videos, be sure to subscribe so that you can find my channel a lot easier and click the bell notification so that you're notified when I do post a new video. But everything that I'm organizing in this space is what we had in our old house. We did have a game room area. We had a 2-story house. And because our kids are small, they wouldn't really go upstairs and play by themselves a lot. So having this space right off the kitchen was definitely a bonus. I mean, there's pros and cons, right? Because if it's a complete disaster, it's like nobody wants to look out of the kitchen and look at all this mess of toys. But they also play in it. It's easy because it's right there. They can see us if they need to. And not to mention, the view is magnificent. Now, I know that I could get window shades and block the glass doors so that when you're in the living room area, in the kitchen, and this room just happens to be a disaster, that you don't have to see them. You just close the shades or whatever you put there. But I was thinking about doing that, and I just haven't really gotten around to it. And that's when I started to think about not making this a full-on playroom. Now, being here on YouTube over the last several years and basically recording every single inch of my home and all of the stuff that we had, one of the biggest, comments was about, the less stuff you have, the less stuff you have to organize or clean up, declutter, whatnot. And I am by no means a minimalist. In fact, I'm kind of more of a maximalist, but I do get overwhelmed with toys. So I started trying to think about what is overwhelming, what's all over the place. It's like, every time you clean, you take 2 steps forward, 1 step back, and you're just on a hamster wheel trying to keep the house clean. So whenever we moved, I decided that I was going to, get rid of a lot of toys. So I've gotten a lot of feedback on different processes and routines and systems to try. So I've tried toy rotation, and I have tried not buying as much, and I have tried getting rid of stuff a lot more often. And it's almost like all of these things have to come together to work. And it's like, it's not the process that doesn't work, it's me that doesn't work. Like toy rotation, I just forget about them. I don't rotate them. I put them away in a closet, and then if it's like Legos, it's always too stressful to ever get out, even when they want to play with them. So I just keep them away. I've done buying less, and we did that one Christmas, and I refused to buy toys. I told everyone who bought them gifts, they're not allowed to get toys, and we're only allowed to get crafty stuff, something that we could throw away. So a soap making kit or planting a plant, because eventually they could do that activity and then we could throw it away and it not be toys sitting around everywhere. But then I also felt really guilty for doing that. And then I've tried not buying as much, and there's still, and decluttering more often. So it's a combination of all of these things. I have decided, we are going to get some toys, but where's that limit and where can we manage? And now that my older 2 girls are getting older, they are a lot more helpful cleaning up. So there's certainly so many ways of managing things. It's just the one that's going to work best for you. So moving on, we have this beautiful bay of windows. And one of the problems is, though, with this beautiful bay of windows is that right at 5 o'clock, the sun hits directly in this room, and this room gets so hot. So we were trying to figure out what to do here. I even asked y'all if y'all like shutters. When we had a person come out, we kind of decided not to do shutters in this space because it would block some of the view. So what was suggested were these motorized window shades, and we did get them custom for these windows, but you can find some online. I didn't know that you could kind of find your own online. So the person is coming to install them right now. So I'm quickly trying to pick up and clean the windows before they get here and install them. Now, they were pretty pricey. I was actually surprised because you can do so many different options, so many different fabrics. You can get blackout, you can get non-blackout, you can get motorized, non-motorized, and so we ended up going with blackout shades that were on a remote motorized. Another thing we did in this room was we hung up our big 75-inch TV. This TV was in our living room at the old house, but in this new house, it is above, the TV is above the fireplace mantle, which it hangs pretty high. And because the fireplace comes out a little bit, the 75-inch looked too big up there. That's when I decided to also make this some sort of a movie room. But another issue with making this a movie room was that because of the windows, the glare on the TV was pretty bad. So anyways, after about 5 weeks of waiting, they are finally here. So it's really cool. I can just kind of press a button and then they will automatically go down. I can make one go up. I can make one go down. I can schedule them to open and close. So I do have them scheduled to open at sunrise and then close at about 5 p.m. So this is such a good option if you want the full view of the window and not have either blinds or shutters that kind of block that view. So in order to make this a super cozy movie room, we needed a super cozy couch. And I was looking forever for a couch that also pulled out into a bed so that if we had guests, it would be a dual purpose room where it would also be a guest bedroom. Now, I don't see us having guests a whole lot, so I didn't want to make that the priority, whereas a lot of the couches I was looking at were smaller couches that kind of pulled out into a bed, and then just the reviews, I was having a hard time finding one that would be comfortable. So I decided to start looking at modular couches, because modular couches are ones that you can kind of arrange any way you want, but you can also arrange them into a bed, and they're also just super comfortable whenever you are watching TV. So I looked at so many different places and I landed across a website called Albany Park, and they had a bunch of different modular couches for a decent price. It was half the price of all the other couches I was looking at. And I really wanted a blue couch, and they didn't have a specific royal blue teal color couch, and they didn't have one, but they had this really pretty emerald green colored couch, and that is the one that you're looking at. In fact, that's the ottoman. So I am starting to put this couch together, and the kids start playing, and it becomes super chaotic, and I'm trying to get everyone out of the room, and then all of a sudden, bam, poor Rai gets hit in the face, and I'm like, he's totally fine. He's pointing at Savannah, blaming her, but it's funny. I had to leave that in there just because he's totally fine though, y'all. He's fine. So I'm trying to get this couch out of this room so that I can put in the big green couch. That couch is more like a boutique couch. I end up putting this in my office, and it is not comfortable to sit on. It's more just a couch that looks pretty. So that's why I decided if we're going to have, a super comfy movie room, then we need a super comfy couch. Now, I usually look at, if I'm buying furniture, I will research it. I will think about it for days. I will look at all the reviews. I will look at every single place that offers that type of couch. And for some reason with this couch, I did do a little bit of that, but I kind of bought it quickly. I didn't wait a couple days like I usually do. I just saw it, researched it, and I was like, this is what I want, and I bought it. And then while it was, I was waiting to get it, I started reading all of the reviews. And, the first thing you do, is it just me? The first thing you do is you just go to the bad reviews. You don't want to see the good reviews. You just want to see what is wrong with this product. So anyway, there was tons and tons of good reviews, and then there was a handful of bad reviews. And the bad reviews were like, it is the most uncomfortable couch. It feels like you're sitting on one feather, and it is so rock hard. It is not comfortable at all. It is very difficult to return. And I start freaking out. I'm like, oh my gosh, what did I do? I bought this couch and I think I'm not going to like it. I think it's not going to be very comfortable. That's probably why it was priced the way it was compared to some of the other ones I was looking at. And y'all, we got it in and it is so comfortable. But anyway, it was heavy. There was tons of boxes. It took a while to put together, but I'm going to go ahead and kind of set it up to the way that I want it.
Buy what I want, I don't want it. Do what I like, I don't like it. My life is a mess, screaming with boredom. I don't feel nothing when I'm buzzing. Someone add some glamorous her. 'Cause when I sleep alone for insomnia, they say you have to be beaten up before you're tender enough. They say you have to bruise to feel. I chew, I don't taste it. Obsessing over dress when I split. Shoot me a blink, I'm dying from boredom. I even lie when I tell the truth. Honestly, what's the use? They say you have to be beaten up before you're tender enough. They say you have to bruise to feel. I must be made out of steel. No one is in charge of my steering. This I know, this I know, this I know. Hoping dreams are meant to be shared and seen. No, I know, yes I know. Painting watercolors outside the lines is uplifting and no crime. Get out of the box, let me show you how.
So one of the things that I was telling Chris when he got home is like these top pieces don't slide in because this modular couch, I mean, you just like slide everything together the way that you want. And I'm like, it's not working. It's not sliding in. And he's like, Michelle, you're putting them in the wrong way. I was like, oh, I was freaking out this whole day. I couldn't get this stuff together. And I just had to turn them around and slide them in. So user error there. So also we measured the couch and we were just going to do 3 pieces in the back and 3 pieces in the front because I knew that it was off by like an inch. And I was like, I would love just to do 4 pieces along the back wall. So we are jamming this piece in, like it is off by 1 inch. And Chris is like, we can do it. We can get this piece through. And I'm like, I don't think we can. I don't think it'll fit. So we are trying everything to try and get this piece to fit. But needless to say, with determination, you can get anything to work. So we just kind of set it up and then pushed it down. And then voila, we got all 4 pieces in the back. So now we will just finish setting it up and putting all of the cushions on. So we finally have it all set up and it is so big and so comfortable. I mean, you can just see Savannah sitting on it and how much space it holds. So we can kind of configure it into a guest bed, I guess you can say, by moving the ottoman piece over and then it being big enough for, you know, whoever wants to sleep on it. But ultimately, I like it like this. It had the two chase sides on the side, and sometimes we'll grab that piece right there and move it all the way to the other side if like we're all sitting together as a family. But for now, I'm gonna move it so that I can take this rug out and clean up a bit and replace the rug. What I also decided to was that I'm going to take out some of the toys. I know that I said that in the beginning because that's what I was thinking in the beginning, but we moved all of the Barbie stuff into Sailor's room, and I think that it was actually a good decision because I can have them separate like when they're fighting, and they can each play in their separate rooms and have some like separate time. Over the summer, that was a pretty big issue. We were spending a lot of time together, and you know, sometimes you just need a break from each other. So at least when they go to their rooms, they'll have something to do, some toys in there to play with. And also the less toys that are in here, that gives it the opportunity to keep more clean. But next I went a little crazy on Prime Day and I've been kind of obsessed with like checkered stuff lately. So I moved that other rug, which was an 8x10, into our bedroom. And then I ordered this shag rug on Prime Day, and it is the low-lie rug. It is, I think it's the Angela Rose collection, and this is another shag rug. The kids like doing like flips and gymnastics in this space, and I just liked having a really comfy shag rug in here, so that's why I ended up going with another shag. Also, this rug is super thick. I like it. Although the picture showed it to be a little bit more beige because I thought that a beige color would go really nicely with the color of the couch. It is a grayish color, so it's like beige and gray. I just thought it was going to be more beige, but other than that, it is perfect. And the size is 9x12. I forgot to mention that earlier. But when you open it, you do have to vacuum it to get it to like really fluff out. And that's just a more of an up close picture for you. So my next task is to figure out what to do on the walls. Before in our old playroom, we had like cute ABC pictures and we still had some of that stuff, but I thought, why not make this a vintage, moody movie room? And I started thinking about why not doing like vintage animals, because it still has enough kiddish stuff. And I ordered this picture on Amazon. I mean, not Amazon, Etsy, and it all the names of the animals were in French, and I had no idea, but anyways, whatever, it still works. So I tried to look for some cool vintage animal pictures. We had in the background, you can see that whales picture. That used to be in Rye's room. And when I kind of held that up, I loved the color of that gold against the green color of the couch. So I ordered these frames off of Amazon. They are 18 by 24, I believe that is the size. And then I just ordered some cool vintage prints of animals and mainly like birds and stuff. And I'm going to make some sort of vintage moody collage. One thing we decided not to do right away was paint any walls, do any sort of paint, texture, wallpaper. We're just going to get the rooms ready first. And then later on, I'm going to come back and decide on if I want to do paint, if I want to do like board and batten or some kind of molding on the walls or whatnot. So eventually, I bet I will probably go darker in this room. But for now, this is what I'm going to do.
Said that they don't got a future like it burns. So give him something worse to kill his head with, make him forget somehow. Might be that another day
So I did dabble with a couple of ideas. I got those small woods, but I'm going to move those into the hallway. You'll see that in next week's video. But now I'm just going to kind of lay out a collage on the floor and see how I want it to look before hanging it up. Now here I do have more of the smaller vintage pictures I had on the ends, and Chris told me that he thought that it would look like it was too much and he didn't like them, so we didn't use them. But if you think that I should hang them, then let me know. Leave me a comment. Another thing I got on Prime Day were these cool battery operated wall sconces or lights. They come in a couple different colors. I was originally going to get black, but I decided to go with gold. And I was also going to hang it next to the TV, but I decided to hang it with the collage.
Ooh, who needs a job to pay the rent is busy? Gotta feel free sometimes, right? What doesn't make you will only make you stronger if you believe what they say. Day she would have wished to stay, but they're done. Red eyes while he said, don't you wanna have fun? Fool around with someone. Don't you wanna have fun? Never mind my dumb heart. It needs a little kickstart. 'Cause don't you wanna have fun?
So while we're hanging it up, you kind of just attach the light into that piece that you screw into the wall, and then you just take that wall sconce off and you plug it in to charge it. So that's how it charges. And then you just it comes with a little remote, but you can also press a button underneath it and the light will turn on. Also, another super random thing, I think these pink shorts are from pinklily.com. I have gotten so many questions on them from other videos and I couldn't remember, but I think they are from Pink Lily. But anyway, for the collage, we just ended up with the 4 pictures and then the 2 sconces on the end. So let me know if you like those, if you liked any of the other ways that it went. I'm interested if we made the right decision. So these rug grippers I used on another rug, and I said when I used it on the carpet, which is I was talking about here, that they didn't stick as well. And I think another reason why these stick on the carpet, but this rug shuffles a lot and moves a lot, because I just think that it's just such a big rug. And then I have kids running around. So maybe it's not the rug grippers that aren't working, but just that it's just such a big rug. But anyway, those rug grippers are supposed to help keep rugs in place, and it does a great job for my rug in the front entryway and here a little bit as well. But thank you guys so much for watching. We are done. We have all of our toys in that black cabinet. We have a perfect moody movie room, and we have it also as a guest bedroom by just moving that modular couch. So I'll show you a couple before and after pictures, and be sure to subscribe if you're not already so you don't miss any more updates, and I will see you guys next week.